As a machine learning engineer, the thing that I hate the most is having to run any code on a Mac machine. First of all, you have to set up Python, which is so much hassle already. Then I don't have any GPUs on this. Right here we do have MPUs in here, so I could run this code on local, but then that doesn't mean that it will work on production where I do have actual GPUs or TPUs that I want to run my code on. So for this, what I end up doing is anytime I run into cases where I can't really test this code locally easily, I have to use a remote GPU. A remote GPU could be just a direct GPU with like tunneling in here, search tunneling or anything else like that, or you end up having a VM on the cloud, or you use some form of code editor is esque style thing that is available. For personal projects, I find it's too much. So what I love to do is I love to go to the Colab. If you're not familiar with Colab, you definitely should check it out. It allows you to run Jupyter-like notebooks on the cloud on Google's infrastructure. Right, example in here, this is a VM that is running on Google Cloud. I'm not paying them any money. This Colab Pro, you should pay for it. I do have for my non-personal work stuff related. I do use Google Colab Pro, but for personal, I don't really need it as much. And we do have system RAM, like a lot of RAM in here, disk space, and if you want, you can change the runtime to get TPUs. And if you have Colab Pro, you will get access to more GPUs and TPU varieties. You can of course change it between R and Julia and other programming languages in here as well. And I do love it because you can just come in here and start testing whatever you want. Don't have to worry about anything at all. But this context switch is actually a big trouble for me because when I'm working on some piece of code, I have to go out of my way to go and test that. To solve that, what people end up doing is, as I talked about, setting up all the local tunnels and stuff, but that doesn't work really well. So to give you a suggestion, here we have Colab connected. So this right now is connected to Colab. Let's see how is it connected. So this, I'm gonna select another kernel and we're gonna come back and go through the whole process. We're selecting Colab, GPU T4, and I'm gonna create a new session in here, Jupyter 3. I'm worried that it might give me an error because I am on free trial right now. Let's see. So this is totally a new connection. It might give me an error because I'm trying to create a new server while I have another one running. I'm on free tier. There we go. Did it run? Connect. Oh, interesting. We found a bug. Oh no, it worked. There we go. So it worked totally fine. 0.0 seconds gave me an example, gave me a response in here. This is on my local notebook. This is a Python file, notebook file that is running on my local machine. You can see it right here. I don't have to worry about going to the cloud, and it works totally fine in here. And let's test the GPU code in here. So this is the code that's using the GPU to show you example of 4000 cross 4000 matrix. And you can see on CPU, it took we have 20x faster on GPU. You can see the time it's not really as complex calculation, but a demo in here. So it like works great, and this is the thing that I'm going to be using from now on. There's still some issues around that things that are not features that are not supported. For example, secrets in here. These secrets are not available on local machine, or I actually don't know if that's true, or if you can use .env file in here. But I would love to see support for that because I don't want to be copy pasting a lot of env files in here. I have these my private ones, but I don't want to be even like putting those in here. The other thing that is there is the file system. File system is still the server's file system. So let's just see ls minus la in here. And you can see that the file system is actually server's file system. We are not on my local files are different. So you have to be wary of that. And essentially in here, you have the ability to connect your drive. You will need to do that here as well. It's a good start. The extension was actually released just a few days ago. So you can just go to Extension Marketplace, search for Colab. It's 6 days ago that it got released. So I'm sure they're gonna keep updating. They have been working hard. It's Sunday and they are updating this 27 minutes ago. So I hope you will see a lot more updates coming in here soon. And I love this part of, I'm a very big proponent of keeping the compute away from where I'm working, and I don't have to have a really heavy machine, and I can just do this. I also, on that same thread, I do love to go to repositories and just enable VS Code there using the dot button to github.dev. This is my sample repo. But in here, I found out that it's actually Colab is not supported, but this is not because of Colab, it's because of the limitation of Visual Studio Code on the web. You can read more about it here. But yeah, I would love to see some of these small limitations that we have right now. For my most of my use cases, I don't really worry a lot about making API calls or like requiring file system access right now. My code generally runs in isolation. But yeah, I would love to see support for those. And yeah, you should give it a try and let me know how it goes. Hopefully, and also subscribe to Colab Pro. It's amazing. It's worth the money. All right. Thank you.